had
Det låter
something
väldigt-
like that.
Oh, look, the planning was about 2 years.
Oh, just
And then
oh, what?
there was no old school in here. So there has been a school, but it was already.
Yeah. True now. Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the first and second grade classrooms. I firstly shortly tell you why these are what these are, and then we can go around. So we have 4 first grade classes, and then we have 4 second grade classes, and they work together. They make pairs like 1A and 2A. They use the same classroom, and the teachers have common planning lessons. And when this was built, we thought it from the children's perspective and how they can have so much support that is possible. And we made it so that when it is morning, only the first grade students come to school. All the 4 first grade students. But all the teachers come at the same time. So there are their own class teachers, then there are the second grade class teachers. We have 2 special teachers here, and then we have 2 assistants. So all these 12 adults are sharing these classrooms. So for example, in Finnish lesson, they are mainly Finnish and math in the mornings. So in Finnish lessons, the one who can read very well, they go over there. The ones who need the special teacher, they are in the sound level, they go over there. And the ones who have a bad morning, they need to calm down, they go over there with the assistants, and so on. So everyone can have teaching on their own level.
For how many students, kids do you have?
About 80.
So 20 in each group.
Okay.
Then the second graders come to school at 9:45 every morning, and then they have like normal lessons. I'm teaching this one, and the other one is teaching his or her class, and that's how it goes 2 hours. Then the first graders go home, so they have had 1, 2, and 3 hours, 3 hours per day. They go home, and that is how many hours they have. It is said in the national curriculum. They can't decide even in Rowan. They go home, and then the second graders stay here, and the same thing for them. These 12 adults are sharing the 4 classes, how they want to do it. And they have 2 hours planning together per week. They plan this, how they divide and what they do on Tuesdays and on Thursdays after this one when the children go home. They have 3 hours, but that one they can do at home or call to the parents or write Wilma messages or whatever. But 2 of them, they need to be here. Okay. Yes.
Can they come also earlier at school? So some parents are working early in the morning and the kids have
We
no
don't
place
have
to be?
morning care or morning
Okay.
activities. We don't have it. We have it only in that schools where there are handicapped children and they need to come so early.
Okay.
But in other schools in Finland, there might be that.
There might be, and we have 2 schools like that in Rovaniemi.
Yeah.
There can be 1 classroom with the handicapped children.
They
And then
have care before the school
Yes.
start and after the
Yeah.
school
Yes.
start.
So at 12:15, the first graders go home?
yes,
Do they go
can,
by themselves or
Yes.
the parents come to
No.
pick them up?
they go by themselves.
Walking.
Yes, walking or by bus. Depends how far away they live.
But
And do they stay at home by themselves?
Yes.
Oh, in the first grade.
In first grade?
There are
But-
7, there are not 6.
But many first graders go to the afternoon activities. They are not at school. They are just building beside us, and it's not arranged by the school, it's arranged by the
So
third
straight
sector.
when the school ends, they
They
go
go
there until what time?
They live here. The afternoon activities persons come to pick them from the school, and they go there, and the parents pick them up, and they can't be there later than 5.
Oh.
Okay.
But mainly it is provided only the first graders and second graders if there are space in the groups.
Okay.
But many children, first graders, they go in the afternoon activities until Christmas, and then they are so confident or they have so much self-esteem that they can go home. They eat some snack, what is done ready. They do their homework, 50 minutes, and then they play or go out, and they come home when the parents come home, like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay.
But they are long time they are home by themselves, like my children has been.
That's unbelievable for us in our culture, right?
The library. No? Oh yeah, they
No, they
can
have no
do
crowd.
be in the library.
Almost
They
every
have no
big school has their own library.
Yes.
And what about lunch? If first graders or second graders decide to stay longer, like do the extra activities, where do they eat? Here at school?
They need to have their own like lunch box with them, some snack before they go to the activities.
So when do they have the videos that we saw that they are having lunch at
They
what?
are having, the small ones are having lunch at 10:15.
Oh, okay. 10:15.
Yes.
Okay. And who prepares what they are doing in the extra activities? A private company, the government?
Yes, like third sector. It can be this church or some
Fitness club.
Yes.
And parents decide where
Yes.
you want to register.
And
They
you need
fill
to
up
pay.
quite fast.
You need to pay for it. It's 85.
It's like under the
per
community
month.
center or something.
85 euros per activity or per month per activity or
The one you choose only one.
you choose only one. And which are the most
Activities is only you choose one and you go there.
okay.
But of course you can have other hobbies after that.
Okay. And which is the most common extra activity that they do here? Like English lessons, swimming, football, what do you do?
You mean the afternoon activities?
Yes, afternoon activities. Yes, yes.
They only, it's not like playing football. It's like it's mostly like being outside home. Like you can play football with your friend, but there are no trainees, or you can do your homework there, or you can play games, but it's not that it's not like a hobby.
Okay.
But that's only for the first and second grade.
Yes, only.
After that, you as parents, you register your children into
Somewhere else.
hobbies. And they do all kinds of things, cheerleading, like hockey, soccer, swimming, all that. So they will go home, eat, and then they will go independently to their activities.
But mainly they start like after 4 o'clock or something like that. They can't start earlier.
It's really amazing that they do it independently. I can't imagine my brother-in-law saying to my niece, "Yeah, you can go by your own."
It's cultural shock.
Okay, but let's see the classroom. I show you why it is what it is.
Okay.
If you didn't try the chairs upstairs, you can try them now, because there is the idea. The chairs are from Germany, so who was from the Germany? You make lovely chairs. So the idea was to find a chair that swings, because we have children they are like, "Woo," and they need separate equipment, so they swing. That was one. And the other thing we wanted to have that when we wanted to have the rolling, yes, the rolling things, but they need to lock when you sit down. So when you sit down like this, you can't then move anywhere. You sit there. So 2 options. Then we wanted to have these higher tables. This is the lowest one here because the children are small. In the other classes, you can see that there are still 2 more higher. And the idea is that you can learn while you're standing, and when you're teacher, you don't need to go so down when you are helping. And one thing, every adult in our house has these ones, so it is easy to move and help the children. And all there is not here, but in all the classrooms there are electric tables for the teacher.
Ergonomically.
We haven't seen yet any big balls like Pilates balls. Don't you have in this school?
They are gone.
Why?
They were a couple of years ago. We had them, not in this school at all, but it was like this one, and they were making noises, and
Okay.
we wanted to take them anymore.
All right. Thank you.
But like you can see here that it is the sound atmosphere is really like calming, and that's why the floor is, I don't know what it is called.
Carpet.
Carpet, yes.
But also the ceiling is
Yeah.
noise
Soundproof. Yeah.
material.
But time flies. You can see 2 normal. There are normal class, and then there are special teacher. We have 9 special teachers, 1 in each level, and everyone has their own classroom, so you can see from there. Before you go on. Normal classroom. How it goes. For the first and second grade 20, then 24, and in upper grades 30. And here are how many hours the teachers teach per week. They are 45 minutes.
And then 3 extra hours for planning and
Yes, 2 at school and 1.
administration or whatever.
Yes.
You mentioned 3 hours of planning, but it means staff meeting, like the whole school
It can
meeting?
be staff meetings or team meetings, but mainly they can plan together.
How are they organized? By like first and second grader teachers, they
Yes,
are a team?
Together. This team, they work together.
So first and second.
Yes.
And then third,
Third
fourth,
grade is by themselves. 4th grade, yes.
by themselves as well?
Yes, by themselves.
And fifth, sixth,
By themselves.
and 7, 8, all of them by
Yeah,
themselves?
and then the 7 and 8, they go by the subject. Math teachers,
Ah, okay.
language teachers.
Okay. And how often do you meet the whole school to decide important things for all of you?
Now with the COVID, We use it online,
Okay.
mainly once, maximum 2 times a month.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, but hey, you need to be
Ha dicho la coordinación 2 veces al mes.
Más o menos, máximo.
free.